So last week was policy committee cutoff, and so all the policy committees had hearings scheduled, and Friday was the actual cutoff. My last committee hearing was Thursday, and so bills needed to make it out of those policy committees to continue on in the process. And now, this week, bills are working through the fiscal committee cutoff that's coming up. And so those bills that had fiscal costs have went to various fiscal committees and are being evaluated about the cost, how they would fit into a budget. And so then we get to find out whether those bills make it. Yeah, that was a bill idea that was brought to me by a constituent who had a traditional area that he liked to access. He's in his 70s and had hunted that area since he was a boy and was told he couldn't go there anymore. And so that's where the bill idea came from. The bill I drafted did not direct parks to allow hunting. It would just simply remove the prohibition on hunting and then give the power of the independent commission, State Parks Commission, to make those decisions on their own. And the bill's since been amended in committee to narrow it in many ways to some pilot projects, and so we can discover whether this may work or not. And as I understand the amendment, it would be two potential projects in western Washington and two in eastern Washington. And then we'd get some feedback and some information, as well as the Parks Commission, about whether this is feasible or not. In many cases, we have wildlife management needs in some of our parks. And so my bill was just about removing those prohibitions, smoothing the process, so the agency could cooperate with other nearby land managers in managing wildlife populations. Yeah, that was an issue. I think we've all been following that as the fire unfolded, now called the Carlton Complex fire. It was several small, very small fires, in some cases just smoldering stumps that grew into the largest fire in state history, they say, as far as landmass, and huge tragedy. And so there's many questions about, what could we do differently so the state of Washington does not experience that again. And so I went over to have that meeting. I thought it was very important to get over to the community. It's not feasible for them to get up and all travel to Olympia to participate. So I thought it was important, in talking with Representative Kretz, to go there on site, see it for myself. I'm a visual person, and it was very instructive to me to see what happened, where it happened, why it happened. And this bill has grown out of that meeting and discussions with stakeholders. DNR has just been a real leader in helping us construct this bill, and as well as landowners there in the Carlton area. And I think it's a well-constructed bill that will give us tools and help us see that this never happens to communities ever again.